dancing. I'm dancing. Oh my gosh, why am I so small? I'm really big. Okay. Hey guys, what's up? Oh my gosh, welcome to Behind the Wheel Wednesday. I just got done with a great interview from Scott from Go Small Live Large, my buddy. I really appreciate him so much. And so now we're here. Now it's my turn. Now I get to talk to you, and I get to talk in my pace. So keep up, people. I'm a fast talker, so this will be fun. I want to say thank you so much for being here. We're going to go through real quick and just say hi to some people. We got, let's see, David's here. Well, howdy. Hey there, stranger. What you doing? Jane and Roger, good to see you guys again. And Sue, oh my gosh. And Deborah, hey. Thank you so much. No, thank you. I appreciate that. It's always a good time. And I'm glad, I know Scott's going to talk about him feeling better next week, but I'm really, really happy he's okay. I was a little worried about there. Bobby's like, hello. And Matt O is here too. Oh my gosh, look at you guys. BJ's like, hey girl. Bill and Joe, thanks so much. And Justin, happy birthday, Justin. How you doing? Someday we'll have to tell people why I keep saying it's your birthday. But you know, as far as I'm concerned, every day is your birthday, buddy. Gonzo Book, I need a nap. Oh, really, buddy? Really? We were just talking about the Glamp Out. Gonzo Book was at the Glamp Out. That was a lot of fun. So I love this. And there's my buddy, the Broken Nomad. Howdy doody, y'all. So guys, let's talk about this. Let's talk about what's going on. Dan's like, hey, Charlie Rosie, good to see you. Lots of stuff's happening. And last time I was on, it was my birthday show. And a lot of people won prizes. I hope you guys got them because I sent out things. Oh gosh, sorry. Urban camping. Loud noises, you know what I mean? When you know, you know. So a lot of people won prizes, which was fun, and sent some stuff out. If you haven't gotten them yet, let me know, and I will double check and make sure things go there. If for some reason you're interested in becoming a member or doing a super chat, I just want to say thank you in advance. I do appreciate that. All the money that we get, we put in a Smile Fund, and that Smile Fund goes to help other members in our community when there's a crisis, a disaster, something like that. Sometimes people need help on the road. You know, a lot. We had one person who's unfortunately their RV was in a flood. A lot of this weather has been crazy. I mean, we can talk weather. I mean, the weather has been absolutely insane. All right, let me go back to some of my comments. I'm going to make it simple. You got a question, just put question, and I will answer every single one. It might not be the answer you want, but I will answer them. So feel free to give me some questions today. Matt's like, I am so jealous, envious, impressed by the fact that you're a comedy writer. Well, there's nothing funnier than the truth, Matt. And that's, you know, you just have to live a life and have experiences. And next thing you know, there you go. Gotta love this. Do I get overtime pay for the back-to-back? Yes, I'll send you some cookies, buddy. I'll send you something, I promise. Maybe a better hat. I know you need a better hat. I'll make good on that one. Matt, no, if you're a comedy writer, it would be hilarious. Well, yeah, of course he could do it. I think he could do it. Your birthday, I missed it. Mine's next week. Well, happy birthday. Happy early birthday, buddy. Hope you have a great week. If you guys don't know, it's going to be loud for a second here, guys. Sorry. The video I have says, who is Charlie Grace? They're the ones that wrote that song. So he wrote the song, and then I just put music behind it. So I'm going to give him all the credit. So Gonzo Book did a great job on that. Rob is here. Hey, Charlie, how are you? Good to see you, buddy. So let's talk about this. I'm going to go through. I've got a few things to talk about tonight, and I got to find all my good stuff here. Hold on. Clicking buttons. Oh, geez, guys. I appreciate this. We've got 24 people in the house. So you could do me a favor and hit that like and thumbs up. I really would appreciate it. We are on the Faceplant. We're on the YouTube. We're on the whole thing. Ooh, here we go. Good question. Van Can Do. Any suggestions on a pet monitor without a monthly fee? Well, yes. Well, sort of. I'm going to say sort of, and I'll tell you why. What I currently use, and this is what I currently use. There's lots of other things out there. You know, you can look at Waggle. You can look at those things. They do have a monthly fee. If you do not have internet, now this is the kicker right there. So I use a T-Mobile hotspot, and my T-Mobile hotspot costs me $35 a month, unlimited. Love this thing. It's what I'm actually streaming on right now. I do have Starlink, and the only reason why I have Starlink is sometimes I go to national parks in the middle of nowhere, and there's no cell phone service. So that's why the T-Mobile works 95% of the time. So I use a T-Mobile hotspot, but I use Amazon Blink cameras. Now, let me explain this to you. I wish I could get one in front. They're little ones, and those Amazon Blink cameras then connect internet-wise, and they also give me temperature. So you can put alerts on those to your phone on the app to tell you that it's over 80 degrees or it's under 30 degrees or whatever you want. And that will give you a temperature monitoring system for your vehicle. Now, realize that's really step one. If you have a pet in your rig, is temperature monitoring. You still got to find someone who can get them out, take care of them, that sort of thing. So there's lots of steps in that process. But honestly, the cheapest thing and the thing that works great for me is Amazon Blink cameras. If you need help, feel free to write me an email. I'm more than happy. I spend 2 hours a day answering emails and questions and messages. But it's contact@CharlieGraceAdventures, and I'll send you the exact stuff. More than happy to hook you up, sister. I will hook you up. Anything we do to keep those pets out there nice and safe. All right, let me go back up here. Dun, dun, dun. I'm trying to make sure I get through all the messages. Let's see. Karen said, hey, here we go. Hey, Karen, how are you doing? Cheers to April birthday month. Yeah, baby. That's right. Happy birthday to all my April buddies out there. If you are an Apple user, you can get a HomePad Mini, which has temp humidity sensor on it and a HomeKit thermometers, which will check remotely as well as have Wi-Fi on board 24/7. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. I love that. You still have to figure it out. I also use a Ruvi, RUUVI. I use Ruvies in my rig as well as in my battery compartment because I've learned that your battery compartment can get pretty hot down there. And I go places that are pretty up on the temperature level. So I'm glad we're talking temperature, guys. Wow, this is good conversation. Oh my goodness. I have a topic of the day. So let's just figure this out. Let's see. Let's talk about, before I forget, I almost forgot. Today's live stream is brought to you by Adventure Genie. Adventure Genie, our magic, your journey. If you decide to ever use Adventure Genie, I've got to say it like 3 times fast, guys. Adventure Genie, use coupon code Charlie Grace Adventures. It will give you 50% off of your membership for a year, which is pretty darn awesome. If it's 50 or 40, it's up there. It's a lot. So anyone that knows me knows anytime I work with a brand or people say, hey, could you review this? I'm always asking for a discount for you. I don't always take a cut on my site, but I'm always looking for a discount for you. So do me a favor, check it out. I'm using Adventure Genie for all of my travel plans for 2025. And so far, it's been pretty awesome. So just want to throw it out there. If you haven't tried it out yet, take a look. There's a free version and there's a paid version. Try the free version. If you want to go the paid, just use coupon code Charlie Grace Adventures. Save some money, right? That's what it's all about. Okay, going back. So time for hot topics. The hot topic of the day is weather. Sounds weird, but we got to talk about it. We had so many storms. And you know what? Here we go. First super chat of the day, and it's from Gonzo Book. Oh God, you guys are awesome. I appreciate that so much. You know, every little bit counts. Let's see, what can we give? Let's give you a fun thank you. Let's do a van thank you. I'm dancing. I'm having fun. Woohoo! Thank you so much. We'll put the our smile fun. We do appreciate that. That's pretty cool. Okay, so weather. We're talking weather. Let's see. And we're going to go back to this. We use Inkbird, but Blink sounds like a good idea. We'll try that one out. There you go. Good tip, especially since summer will be here soon. That's right. And that heat is gonna love this stuff. It's getting hot in here. It's getting very hot. Watch out. We can sing the song all day. Okay. So I was in the very severe line. If you guys are watching the weather this past week, it just kept going in this one line. It wasn't going east to west very, very fast. It was just going sort of like from the south going northeast in Middle Tennessee this past week. No one got any sleep. No one did anything we could do as far as like moving and getting things done. So I'm trying to think. I think I went through at least 8 tornado warnings, if I'm not mistaken. At least 8, if not more. And I have pictures, if you go on my YouTube channel, in my post, in my community tab, of some of the tornadoes that I got to be a part of. Yay. It's not a good thing to be in an RV and do a tornado. So we need to talk about being prepared. We need to talk about having a bug out bag. We need to talk about your pets. Okay. Where do you go if you're in an RV? And I was actually at an event that didn't have a tornado shelter. I was actually on the road. And you never want to go like under overpasses, things like that. So what do? I want to know if you guys in the chat have ever been through any severe weather and what you guys have done. So whether it be a hurricane, a flash flood, tornadoes, severe weather. I want to know what you guys have done and some tips that you have for other people when it comes to really bad weather, because we need to talk about this as a community, and we need to figure out, best practices when it comes to these things. I know Broken Nomad's in here, and I know he's got a few things, but it's a big deal. Hey, there's my buddy, New Horizons. It rained for 4 days in southern Indiana. Then a tornado went through the family farm. Oh my gosh. And tore up buildings. And that was our safe place to go. Tornadoes aren't anything to mess with. Absolutely not. And I'm glad you're safe. And thanks for sharing that, because it's really scary. We were in our RV through those storms in southern Indiana. Yeah. I watched RVs just go, whoop. They just come on over the side. You think you're in these heavy things, they'll just knock you over like a rag doll. It's pretty impressive. There's a guy you've done a few lives with that knows about this stuff. Yeah, I wonder who that would be. I'm just saying. Justin, I was in Dallas a couple years ago at a Cracker Schmerl, and a tornado warning came in, went to a nearby hotel and brought Bernie, your puppy, your big Rottweiler, in, and I asked if I could stay, and they said no problem. That was really cool. Very smart, buddy. Very, very, very smart. Yeah, you got to think about what are you going to do, especially if you have pets. Okay, let's see. Turns out a dozen other campers from nearby RV parks came in the same hotel as well. Well, they were smart too. Yeah. We've got to think about these things. Gonzo book. We have a Waggle. I have one with GPS. If anyone steals my RV, I'll be right there to greet them. That's a smart idea. I have a lot of friends who are paranoid of someone taking their RV and leave like Apple AirTags everywhere and things like that. And I got to admit, it would be very disconcerting to walk into a parking lot or someplace and not find your RV. That would not be too good. If you know me and you know my dog, my dog is not letting anybody in this RV. You'd have to go through my dog. She's very much a protector. This is her RV, not mine. This is her van. And she does not like people coming up to the window. That's her job. It does scare quite a few people. Karen said, went through a Hurricane Laura. Outer bands, it was 70 miles per hour wind. Not fun. Oh, wow. That is very scary. Yeah, not cool. Well, I'm currently in Northern Alabama. And the reason I'm in Northern Alabama, other than to see family and check on kids and things like that, is I'm actually going to work with the Northern Alabama Trails system. It's an outdoor non-for-profit, and they're actually they're doing a lot of things. They're doing an event in May called Rocks Rigs. It's up in Cherokee Village, and I'm going to be helping them out with that. But I'm also going to be helping to promote outdoor tourism in Northern Alabama. So I'm going to be taking some pictures and doing some videos. But in Alabama, they have signs. It says 55 miles per hour. Underneath it, or like half a mile later, it says tornado shelter this way. So along major highways, they have places where you can pull off, and there's a place, a church, a strong building, a lot of the old, what I call, nuclear fallout shelters, but they're opening up for tornadoes. And it's really important because a lot of travelers have no place to go. Where would you go? And I think we're the only state in Alabama, I think, that does that. I've never seen it in another state. So let me know if you guys know of that too, because I think it's a great idea. New Horizons says, always looking for bathrooms at campgrounds to go to for shelter. They are usually a concrete building. They are. And I've spent many, many a night in a campground bathroom. I think I spent one in the Ozarks. Oh gosh, for Vanarchy. I was at an event, and horrible storm. They were talking about tornadoes and things. And so we all just hunkered down there. It is the best thing you could do. I have 2 backpacks. I have one in my rig and I have one in the back. And the one in my rig has a water bottle, some beef jerky, some dog food, a spare set of clothes. I've got, essentially, it's like a bug out bag, a flashlight, some Band-Aids. Oh gosh, what else? Like a little emergency kit. I always think if you're leaving your rig or wherever you're going, and you're going to be sitting in someone's bathtub in a corner of a bathroom, who knows where, and that's the last outfit you're going to have on, make sure you have really good shoes on. Don't go walking in your Crocs, people. I know how much we love our Crocs. Get some good shoes on. Get prepared. And make sure you've got a charger for your phone, whatever it is. You don't want to take the bank. Don't go crazy. I know we've got a lot of electronics. I know we got a lot of expensive stuff. I get it. We're thinking safety and security and getting to a safe place. They'll just get you to the next step. We can replace things. We can't replace people. Here we go. Denham says, "Go Alabama. Set the trend." Yeah. It's a thing. It's definitely a thing. Um, be the gray man. Be the gray man. What are we talking about? Be the gray. Are you talking about you with the gray beard? Is that the whole idea? Be prepared. Um, I will admit, I would much rather be prepared for emergencies than have to, you know, fumble at the last minute. So when I was in Tennessee, you know, I wasn't going to bed in, you know, crazy tie-dye pajamas and frilly tops. I was going in like yoga pants and long sleeve shirts and things if I had to get up, I had to get up. And I woke up to an alarm, to a siren going off at 2 a.m. And I'm like, trying to make a decision, like, okay, do I leave my rig? Do I go in a house? Like, what do I do? And I got my bug out bag and I got my dog and we went in a house and we sat in a house. Didn't sleep for, 4 or 5 hours because it was warning after warning after warning. And some got really close. So I always say it's typically hail first when it comes for tornadoes. The sky gets green, hail first. But when it's at night, it's so scary. I mean, you can't see it. You can hear it, but you can't see it. And ironically, for one night, I was over at my mother's place and she is hard of hearing. So she had no idea the alarms were going off. She's just sawing logs, happy as a clam. Here we go. Insurance will take care of things. Don't risk your life for things. Amen. Absolutely. Yeah. Selmer, Tennessee. Yes. Selmer in West Tennessee got hit really hard. It's down, outside of Memphis down there. It was pretty bad. I know I looked at a map. I probably should have sent this to you guys. It was today, and I downloaded it because I was looking at all of the tornadoes, and it said, and I quote, this year, 25 year to date, this year, Alabama has had 31 tornadoes. Mississippi has had 39. 30, that's huge. Missouri, my friends in Missouri, 20. Illinois, 24. Indiana, 15. Tennessee's 8. Kentucky's 5. But, we always used to think it was like, Nebraska, Oklahoma. That used to be like the tornado alley. It's coming further this way. It's coming further east. And so I want you guys to be aware of this. I know I can't show you this, but there's my little map right there, guys. So it's really interesting to see, what's happening, where it's coming from. There's not much we can do about it other than get prepared. I mean, I'm this close to creating a storm shelter for my family in Alabama because it's serious stuff. I love this. All right. So storm. It's just a hot topic. It's something we need to talk about how we're going to deal with it. All right. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's time for a giveaway. What do you guys think? Do you think it's time for a giveaway? I think it is. I think it's giveaway time. If you know me, I love to give away fun stuff and I love to give away to you. So here's how we're going to do this, guys. We are going to go, let me share my screen. See if I can do this real quick. I'm going to share screen. I got to find it here. And we're going to type a word today. This is always fun. We're going to type the word tornado. Now, if you type tornado in the chat, just like that, you will be entered in a random giveaway. This is always fun. I am a random person. So random giveaway. This could be swag. This could be an Amazon gift card. This could be, I don't know, something fun. You never know. We'll see how it is. Last week's winners got gift cards and t-shirts and koozies and stickers and magnets. They got a bunch of fun stuff. So if you want to win some swag, go ahead and put tornado in the chat for me, really pretty please. Whether you are in Facebook, whether you on YouTube, doesn't matter. You will all be in the drawing, which is fun. And then we will spin the wheel of fun and it will randomly pick someone and we'll talk about how to go from there. So always fun, always a good time. I love a good giveaway. We'll give it a second. And while we're waiting on those, I do want to talk about, so we talked about last time, my Toadfish cup. I love a Tervis tumbler. Never going to give away my Tervis tumbler. But if you've never seen a Toadfish cup, I did put a video up on my new product Monday. If you guys want to check it out, it's really cool. I left a link for 2 different sizes in there. That's an Amazon link, which is fine. But I just think these are the coolest things. If you guys haven't checked them out, you really should. I was thoroughly impressed. I've known about this company for a while now, and I need to go meet with these guys. And they need more colors. I think they come in white, granite, and maybe a turquoise blue. Ooh la la. Okay. Here we go. Bob's like, we've got cows. That's my favorite. That's my favorite line in Twister. I know. We've got cows. Oh my gosh. Okay. We got 12 entries. I'm about ready to call it, guys. Here we go. Oh, here's a good question though. What items do you have in your bug out bag for Rosie? Good point. So I carry, I have a little thing of water. I have a collapsible food dish, just in case, if we need to put water or food in there. I have CBD calming treats. It's going to happen. Just saying. It's a very stressful moment. It's not a bad idea to put some in there. And then I also carry something hard that she can chew on for nervousness, like maybe an elk antler or some Himalayan goat cheese, something like that. And that's in there all the time. It doesn't leave. So I definitely have CBD, a hard treat, the water collapsible thing, maybe a little bit of food. Maybe like sometimes I have like a little Ziploc baggie of food, but I tend to rotate that out. I don't want the same food in there for like a month at a time. I'll reuse it and put it someplace else. Good question though. I love that. Okay, let's spin that wheel. Let's see who's going to win today. Here we go. Okay, winner, chicken dinner. Who's it going to be? I'm so excited. Da, da, da. It's going to be Deborah. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. This is so much fun. All right, Deborah, you deserve it. Okay, here's the deal, guys. When you're a winner, you've got to send me an email, contact@charliegraceadventures.com. Send me your name, address, t-shirt size, any other pertinence that you want me to have, and you will be getting a nice little surprise gift in the mail. So congratulations. That's very, very awesome. Super happy for you. All right, great job. Woohoo! All right, let me take that off. That's always fun. I love doing giveaways. Giveaways are the best. I wasn't sure how my voice was going to do for doing 2 hours of a live. I don't know how people go like live for like hours and hours and hours. It's just, that would be really, really, really tough to do. Just saying. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Let's take a look at our comments. She's like, wow, thanks. Great. Oh, you're welcome. Every time. It's a big deal. By the way, Sharknado doesn't count. I was looking at the comments. You guys are always so fun. Not the Shortnado, not the Toenado. These are fun. You guys are awesome. Okay. So we've talked about Hot Topic, which is our tornadoes and severe weather. We've done a giveaway. I think we need to talk just a little bit about this. All right, let's talk about my Winnebago Echo 2025 23B. So I'm in a Sprinter Echo, and I love all Echoes, by the way. I'm not Echoist. I'm not like, I like one more than another. I like them all. The concept is there. I just preferred when I bought mine, I got a Sprinter because at the time I was really sort of nervous about ground clearance. And for those people who have a van and have 6.5 inches of ground clearance, you understand if you're going to go outdoorsy and do overlanding and things like that, ground clearance counts. So that's typically one of the first mods a lot of people do is suspension. I did not do suspension. I did electrical. And as we speak, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the UPS guy walked past me, and I think I have a new mod that's coming up. Ooh, I'm so excited. I'm very excited. It's going to be a new something by my door. You'll see it. I'll do a video on it. It's really cool. But I've done a lot of mods, and because I've done a lot of mods, I'm going to an event in Amana at the Amana RV place in Amana, Iowa, and it'll be really cool. I'm putting more information on it. But if you are looking to go to any kind of, cool places, they're like events thing, and you're looking for places to go to, let me share my screen. Oops, how do I get that out there? I'm moving. There, let's try it again. Here we go. Oh, geez, guys. Okay, I want you to be aware of a website. Now, this is something I started a long time ago when I started doing van life because I realized this is called Van Life Travel. Okay, now, Van Life Travel is a really cool website. I do it out of the kindness of my heart. This is something I want to do for you, for people who are looking, who are newbies and dreamers, people who are just starting out and having some questions, some ideas of some essential products, and camping meetups. Okay, so this is where when you're really looking to find your tribe and you don't know where to go, this might be a place to check out. So the ones that are on my website are the ones that I'm personally going to, but you may live in Oregon and I may not be in Oregon. So there's other things to go to. So I'm going to go down here to April. Here we go. things coming up. A Realm of Your Own, Split Rock Farm in Fallbrook, California, that's coming up, and the More Overlanding Expo. And I'm so upset that I'm not going to be able to make the More Overlanding Expo in Missouri. These are two really amazing events, and if you get a chance to go, highly recommend it. If you like overlanding, if you like camping outside and seeing some really interesting stuff, that's a good place to go. I know a lot of they have a lot of vendors, a lot of really good educational opportunities. I will be. And I've got to put the, I don't normally put Winnebago specific things. This is more for everyone. So that's why I don't have the Winnebago event in there. I'll put that on my website. But May will be the Rocks and Rigs here in Northern Alabama for the trails. It's at Cherokee Rock. I'm going to be there for sure. Very excited about that. They do have camping, and I'll be there for the music and the fun, and just it'll be a really good time. So if you're interested and you want to meet me up here in Alabama, come on up to Cherokee Rock. I would love to see you. And then, of course, the Adventure Van Expo. Those are starting up again. So if you've never been to one, I go to them every year, but they used to be held in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and they're no longer doing it in Chattanooga, Tennessee. They're not really coming on the East Coast as much. So just a thought, let you guys know what's coming up. But take a look at these. And if you see things you want to go to, fantastic. I love having a website to help you and move forward through things as you do your van life journey. So if you have any questions on that, let me know. I'm more than happy to answer those too. But it's vanlife.travel. Ta-da. Let me put the link in the chat. Sometimes I just forget to do all these things. Where'd it go? Oops. And I lost it. There we go. I'm clicking. I've got a bright light in my face. I can't see. It's getting dark out, guys. I'll put this up. The world doesn't have to see what we're doing. They're all jealous. Okay, so there you go. There's a link. You guys can check it out. If you're on Facebook or on YouTube, you can take a look and just see what you think and go from there. If you have any suggestions, let me know, and we'll do that. Who's dancing? I'm always dancing. Are you kidding? Love that. All right, what else are we doing today? Oh, let's see. There was something else we wanted to do. Oh, I know. Let's talk about behind the scenes stuff right now, okay? There's a couple videos I've been putting out. I normally put out a long form video every week. I do a lot of shorts, and then I also put out a New Product Monday. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, New Product Mondays are probably my favorite right now because I love finding things that can help people or finding things that can make a difference, because you're just like, well, do I really need it? I mean, is it something I'm going to use? If it's just something fluffy, do I really want to go there? But check out my New Product Mondays, because I have found some really cool things and it's a lot of fun. But I just did a video about the Southeast Overland Camping event at Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. Say that 10 times fast. Number one, they let me come and go. I didn't have to stay in jail. That's exciting. That's one. It is a closed, severely haunted, creepy place to go camping. Really cool, though. They turned it into a distillery. I mean, the jail is still the jail, but then the outbuildings, they made a distillery, and we had all the vendors there. There was I want to say at least over 300 rigs. I know there was 600 people. There was at least over 300 rigs. That was Jeeps, vans, RVs, Lexus, Toyotas, everything you could think of. Really cool stuff. And I was on the Creators Alley, so they have a bunch of different creators for different, YouTube, Instagram, things like that. And I got to meet, I call it my little adventure crew there, which is fun. So there are a lot of echoes there, which is nice too. So I got to see some echoes and got a sneak peek of something coming up. And I can't talk about it, but I really want to. It's going to be a game changer, guys. There's a new Class C coming out in the market. I can't say more other than it's really cool. And as soon as I get the go ahead, I will show you for sure, because I'm going to go get the official lowdown in the end of April. And I will let you know and see what you guys can tell me what you think. Cause I have some thoughts, I gave them some constructive, criticisms on a few things, because when I got this rig, the first thing I did was try to break it. So just, letting you know, I'm one of those. I had, 2 flat tires and, a couple of little mishaps here and there, and problems with the parking brake and the chassis battery. I mean, if I'm going to learn it, I'm probably going to break it first before anything. But I'm pretty meticulous on maintenance. I want to make sure I get it all maintained and safe on the road, because I think my first trip out, I went to four Mercedes dealerships within 4 months. there was something wrong. And I just learned when a light comes on, that's your next step is a Mercedes dealership. You don't have a choice. You can't go to AutoZone, can't go to O'Reilly's. You got to go to a dealership. So just suck it up, Buttercup, and drive that hour and a half away, do something like that. And yeah, go from there. Okay, I'm going to go back up here. Oh, here's Scott. Hey, Charlie, are you traveling on all-terrain tires? I'm traveling on the factory tires. That's a good question. I'm going to just run these out. And then when I'm done with those, I'm probably going to go to KO2s or KO3s. I'll probably do some overlanding tires pretty soon. And I'm trying to decide if I do want to go super single in the back. I don't know. It's a pretty heavy rig. I'm 11,500 pounds, give or take, on a diet here. No, just as an empty rig. So we'll have to see. I have friends who have the super singles and they love it, but it does raise it up a little bit. And I don't know how it's going to deal with in wind. So I'll have to drive around for that. For hail, we always look for banks, car washes that the van will fit under. Oh, when staying in cities. There's a thought. Never thought about that. There's something to think about. There you go. I love that. Well, hello there, Miss Alexandra Steely. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, and you just got KO3s. That's right. They stopped making the KO2s last year. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that. So Broken Nomad has an amazing Chevy van that he just got four-wheel drive. Let me make sure I correct myself because I know you spent a lot of money on this. He just got four-wheel drive put on his nice van, and he's getting ready to do some big trips too, which is nice. So yeah, it's a chunk of change. Definitely a chunk of change. This is fun. Well, guys, I'm not going to go a full hour today because my voice is not going to let me go too far. I just want to say thank you guys for being here so much. I really, really appreciate you so much. I would much prefer, I always say it's people over places. I would much prefer to come and visit with y'all. And I'll be here every Wednesday. I'm going to do Wednesdays for the next 2 months, hanging out after Scott for a little bit. And if you guys have questions, and we'll have special guests too, we'll have hot topics, and I'll try to put those hot topics on in advance. So if you have some questions on those hot topics, we will go from there. And I'll make sure that Scott and I will have like different kinds of topics down the road, which will be neat. But I know for a fact, we're going to have some of the vendors in next week from the Southeast Overland Camping event. And we're going to talk to a kid. I hate to say kid, but he's a kid who has a brand new small business. And he's making amazing knives. Really, really cool. We're also going to talk to people that are doing inflatable things that you can take with you camping that are like everything from truck beds. There's a company called Flated. You guys can take a look at this, to different kinds of carriers and different products. Really interesting stuff. And we're going to talk about Sea Sucker because I love me some Sea Sucker. And it's about time we talk about this because if you're like me and you're outside a lot and you want to like do things, it's fantastic. Or if you want to like put your recovery boards on the side of your rig and just pump that thing on and not have to drill into the side for a recovery thing, I love Sea Sucker. So that's what I'm using right now. I've been testing it for a few weeks. I just wanted to give it a good old fashioned test to drive 70 miles per hour down the highway and see how it held on so I can really give you my honest opinion on it. So we will do that. So good night to everybody. I appreciate y'all being here, and we will see you next week for another fun, awesome, wild Wednesday behind the wheel. Thanks a lot, guys.